We form groups or organizations with common sort of goals and objectives, or rather interests, and regarding this, the topmost grouping we all know is UNO, that is the United Nations Organizations, preceded by Organization of Islamic Cooperation, that is OIC. In the same way, India also has its own sorts of groups, multi-sectoral or multilateral organizations, one of which is Bimstec, that stands for Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multi-Sectoral Technological and Economic Cooperation. Jai Hind, ladies and gentlemen. Today I, Swapnil Singh, is here to deliver a lecturette on this very topic. Bimstec is a sort of grouping or organization which came into force with the sort of Bangkok Declaration in Thailand, which took place in 1997. It was a sort of evolvement of India from saarc, which was a similar grouping, which stands for South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation. But the one thing is that it included Pakistan, unlike Bimstec, which left out the terror funding state. If we talk about the goals and objectives of this group, it is self-evidentary by its full form or name, that is, it revolves around the technological and economic cooperation of these nations. The nations which I am talking about are the 7 participating nations of this group, that includes India, Nepal, Bhutan, Myanmar, Sri Lanka, and Bangladesh and Thailand. So these 2 Southeast Asian nations such as Myanmar and Thailand are now also linked with these South Asian nations, the 5 other nations, and it has a positive sort of influence, which I will tell you in the later stage of my lecture. Then if we talk about the goals and objectives, which I was actually talking about, then there are various sectoral or fields out of which each participating nations itself voluntarily takes up various fields where it will help the other nations as well. For example, India has taken the responsibility of taking care of transnational insurgency operations regarding terrorism, also transnational crimes, telecommunications and others. For example, we can take the example of Myanmar, where Indian Army conducts various counter-insurgency operations regarding the terrorism near, across and in Myanmar border. We can also take the example of recent for our foreign minister's visit in Sri Lanka regarding the foreign minister's meeting of Bimstec that was held in Sri Lanka, because Sri Lanka has the chair of Bimstec as of now. And there it was fixed with Sri Lanka separately that a police training academy was inaugurated there itself, and also a memorandum of understanding was signed regarding the defense multi-sectoral defense coordination center in Sri Lanka itself, where 7 zones will be built, which will take care or give a sort of virtual eye to India in the Indian Ocean region to act against the transnational crimes and others. So it will have a good sort of influence in the Indian Ocean region as well. As far as my ideology regarding this grouping is concerned, then India must use this tool or grouping as a positive influence over these nations, a sort of soft power, and we are rightly going in the right direction with the example we can take as the Nepal, where we are leveraging the Buddhist circuit tool to leverage our relations with these nations. So it is important that we counter Chinese influence over these nations, which are our neighbors as well, we must not forget, and India is working in the right direction. So overall it is a very positive augmentation in the relations, and rightfully this group is being utilized in the right manner. Thank you.